Hey, what up? I would like to say welcome to my channel, but I don't say welcome. It was about time you found me. I'm Christina, and I run this channel. Some people might say I'm a bad bitch. Others just say I'm a bitch. But that's okay, because I don't give two F's. I give no F's. Let's get right into this video. If you thought, well, thanks Christina for welcoming us so nicely, there is a reason for this. There's a reason for this. There's a reason for the glasses, me looking the way I do, slicking my hair back. I mean, you have no idea how hard it is for me to have my hair in this state. Slick back. I have curly hair, frizzy hair, dry hair galore. I have so much product in, I need to wash them later. You might ask yourself, why this weird intro? That's not very warm and welcoming. And I would say, you are right. You're damn right. This is MLM Top Fails number 3. Welcome. And the first pictures I want to show you will explain why I look the way I do. If you have seen Top Fails number 2, you saw that I reacted to a representative in IGenius, Sabrina. That was really glorious. I really loved it. And I still love these videos so much, Top Fails. And the way she spoke about IGenius, the way she presented the opportunity, the way she tried to make us believe that joining for $1,500 plus spending another $1,000 plus an additional $174 every month to stay in the company, that is a good deal. At that point, I decided my next MLM fails will be about IGenius, and about IGenius only. And when I looked through the clips, I recognized that this is not just an IGenius fails video, but also a WFABB fails video. Yes! This is gonna be horrible, okay? Trust me. But I made an effort, and you can suck it. Let's get into the video. IGenius is an MLM that sells access to a financial literacy platform where you learn how to do money, I guess, and how to invest in the stock market, crypto, and in Forex. But essentially it's an MLM. So what they're doing is recruitment. All of the ladies I will feature here are part of WFABB, that is a group within IGenius. Work from Anywhere Boss Builders. Yeah, that's the title they gave themselves. Let's start with something I would call an MLM fails classic at this point. And once again, the reason why I made an effort. What do you think when you look at this picture? 4 ladies dressed in tight latex-like clothing in a laundromat wearing sunglasses at what it looks like night with a bag of cash in front of them. What do you think when you see this picture? What's the first thought that comes to your mind, what they want to express with this post? Well, my first thought was that there are 4 beautiful women doing some dirty stuff for money. I mean, we are in a laundromat where people wash their dirty laundry and they have a bag of money in front of them. In my opinion, that is not too far-fetched, okay? Don't come for me. I don't have a dirty mind. It's not my fault. It's yours. I mean, they do look like dominoes, right? Pick up the dirty clothes and wash them yourself. Oh my God, what has my life become? I mean, all that's missing here genuinely is the whip. And the dog collar. But I guess that's not what they're going at. On second thought, money laundering. That's a beautiful post. So you're trying to wash money. Dirty money. And you're dressed in black while doing that because you don't want to be seen at night. Yeah, money laundering, that is what came to my mind as well. The person who posted this picture is not in IGenius anymore. She has now moved on to another MLM. And unfortunately, I didn't catch the caption of this one, but we'll get to that later because some of the other ladies are still in IGenius and they still have this post up. Money laundering, well, if you think that, you're not the only one who thought that. Let's take a look at some of the comments. I actually found that hilarious. This is what somebody answered on Daniela Marie's post. the woman who's not in IGenius anymore. Money laundering. She says, lol, that's illegal, friend. Use your creative imagination. Farty cloud. The individual who posted originally money laundering says, girl, I think you're amazing and all, but from a person looking in, not knowing much, you guys bring a lot of confusion and doubt when someone looks at a post like that. That's true. Personally, it doesn't make me want to be involved in what you've got going on. You don't want people to use their imagination as leaders. Should just be straightforward, just my opinion. Not a very good vibe. All the best to you guys though. Looks like you're killing it, which is great. Sorry, I'm old, so maybe just doesn't appeal to me the same way as the younger generation. Maybe I'm also just old, but it didn't appeal to me either. I also thought money laundering, and so did a lot more people. A lot of people who apparently follow these ladies, like these ladies. They're not critical of them necessarily. They're not in the anti-MLM community. They're not anti-MLM creators. So they do, it appears to be, they do like these people, but yet they're in doubt what they're promoting. Now let's take a look at another rep who is still in IGenius. She posted the same picture, and I was able to screenshot the caption here to give some background. The future of banking isn't banks, the laundromat. Coming soon. Let's take a look at people commenting on her post. I don't get it. And she answers, it's marketing, a play on words. We use money to make money as traders, and in financial markets, we rinse the market daily and repeat. Cheers emoji. What is it with those emojis? Please stop it. That's annoying. Did they get drunk in the laundromat? Rinse and repeat? Then somebody answers, she's confused which MLM she's in right now. And I have to say that I'm confused as well. So this individual says, yeah, it's marketing. So hello, that's what you gotta do. And a lot of people were confused on her posts as well, rightly so. I think that's the vibe we get from this post. What are you ladies trying to sell? Afterwards, she jumped on her Instagram and she uploaded reels where she was telling people why they're stupid and not their marketing tactics. So let's take a look at that too. POV, dealing with angry fans is exhausting. I'm over it. Enjoy from the sidelines, you have filthy animals. And another emoji. That is so upsetting. Stop emojis. Cannot play the audio, so that's what's happening here. People are really thinking we out here laundering money and our marketing is trash, but that's not the end, okay? We're still going. We're still going strong. Then on another post, the story isn't over for her. It's the amount of people who lack the mental capacity to understand that my post from yesterday about the laundromat is called a play on words. Funny. It's called marketing people, laughing emoji. We're laundering money and openly sharing that on social media on our business accounts like a bunch of idiots for everyone to see? No. Are we even laundering money, period? No. Are we rinsing the financial markets on a daily, legally, just like your bank does, and repeating same ways? Frick, yes. Y'all do understand that trading in the financial markets has been going on for over a century. The same ones who have been calling it scammy are the same ones who will never get rich of this shit, like the banks get rich of trading their money. Besides which, if you're into marketing, the point is to grab people's attention and pique curiosity, right? Yeah, that might be true, but let's get into that in a second. Marketing is taking on roles to breathe new life into new customers. Attention is everything. People need to be entertained before educated. Glad I entertained y'all before I could school y'all. So she's trying to... She is a dominatrix. I wasn't fully wrong. Now you can all... This is annoying lady, right? Right like a human being. Now y'all keyboard gangsters get off my D and go do something productive. Perfect. And thanks for boosting my algorithm with your comments. Guess my marketing campaign is doing exactly what I thought it would do with this idea. Sincerely, the mother freaking boss you don't want no smoke with. What smoke? So that is this individual's very professional response to a post she and a bunch of ladies on her team uploaded. Let's read the comments here too, because it's getting better and better. And I don't understand what you want to smoke with. I don't get it. Don't smoke. The MLM boss babe, who's running a wonderful anti-MLM account on Instagram, I will link it down below, commented, as an anti-MLM account, I thought your post was really stupid. Comically bad, yeah. I agree with that. Obviously, as an individual with 15+ years in marketing and branding, I thought this post was not only stupid, but this creative visual was poorly composed. Lazy, lacked strategy, and honestly seemed like an excuse for you and your friends to dress up like dollar store Kardashians. Ooh, that's also not a bad one. Dollar store Kardashians. I mean, they look good, right? Can't deny that. Yeah, it was a little cringy. If you have to explain your marketing or message to everyone, you failed, but go off now. And that is true. Somebody else reacted, we got what you meant. Yeah, we did. We got what you meant. We didn't take it literally, LMAO. It was just distasteful and not good marketing, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. And somebody then also from IGenius posts, I literally just love you. And of course here she replies, ha ha ha, somebody's gotta be the bad guy. I'm game. I love you, my Lebanese sorcerer. That is another person in IGenius. Is she also on the picture? I don't know. The sunglasses are so ginormous, it's hard to tell who's actually in the picture. Another comment says, someone is clearly bothered that a bunch of lowly anti-MLMers have the audacity to state the obvious. Your marketing strategy was stupid, and given the fact that cryptocurrency is currently a bust, Bitcoin is down almost 70% in less than 1 year, your whole business model is laughable. I don't want to be rich because it's so obvious that your definition of being rich and successful is throwing on some cheap outfit, poorly writing some pathetic Instagram post because you were triggered by anti-MLMers, pointing out how ridiculous you and your friends look and how confusing your message is. And you clearly think that being inherently prettier and wealthier than someone is how you're better than me. Sorry, boss babe. I don't aspire to have fake friends and a warped view of reality. And you acting like the villain, the bad guy you don't want to mess with, has the same energy as a 5-pound chihuahua, thinking they're the tiniest dog at a daycate. I don't get it. There are more critical comments, but I will stop right here. I don't want to say mic drop because I don't want to drop my mic, but mic drop. I have to agree with the critical comments, and we've seen that these are not just comments from anti-MLM creators or from people who are critical. These are also people who apparently like these ladies. So maybe your marketing idea was just not that great. Maybe we could just own up to that. People mess up and do weird things all the time. I think that's okay. In this case, I don't quite understand why they don't see that this was a really bad idea. As a compliance professional myself, I have worked in the media industry for almost 20 years now. I'm specialized in compliance and in the regulatory field. I have to say that this is a really bad idea. Aside from marketing, this looks scammy and this looks stupid. If you work in a business industry like an MLM, that in itself is already sketchy. And then you work in an MLM that sells financial literacy, access to the platform so that you learn how to do money, and then you have a post up like this that looks like money laundering. That is not just grabbing people's attention, doing marketing and all of that. That is you not understanding the assignment. I'm sorry. Is it marketing? Yes, but it is bad marketing. And no, not every attention is good attention. And from a compliance perspective, you don't want to pitch this to people as something that could be potentially illegal. They said they're not doing that, and the reason for this post is a different one. I will explain that as well. But if you pitch this to someone With that background, that is super deceptive and it's just a bad idea. And it might just bring more people to your page who are really, really critical of what you're doing. Then this entire algorithm thing doesn't help you either, because these are not people that will sign up with you. From a compliance perspective, that was not a good idea. If somebody in my company approached me and said, hey, we want to do a post like this and we're connecting it to a financial partner of ours, my advice would be to not do this. And you don't have to be a compliance professional to understand this. Just common sense, I think, might be helpful here. In this case, advertising to WFABB or to IGenius is to recruit people. That's how you make money. In an MLM, you make money either by recruiting people, which is where the money lies, or by selling a product or a service. In IGenius, this is pretty much the same. It doesn't matter if you recruit someone or if somebody's a customer. That is essentially the same thing in IGenius. A customer is just somebody who hasn't recruited yet. Yes, this might be marketing, but it is bad marketing and it failed. And instead of these people being able to own up to this and saying, yeah, well, we thought we would look cool in black clothing in a laundromat with those sunglasses on, and you did, yeah. Visually it looked attractive, but the marketing idea was really, really bad. And it also didn't lead to the desired result because it didn't increase their sales or their recruitment. Now, grabbing someone's attention as a teaser or as a preview can be a good idea, but what happens then? At some point, you, the customer, needs to understand what is being advertised to you. What is the marketing aspect? And I have a feeling that these ladies don't even understand who they wanted to market this to and what marketing actually means. Because yes, grabbing someone's attention can be a first step, but then you have to have a concept that follows up, and that was missing here. It wasn't their motive to advertise this to do actually money laundering or to, do the dirty in a laundromat. No, it was to advertise an event, an IGenius or WFABB event, and this was their way to invite people into this event. They wanted to raise awareness that there is an upcoming event and you should join this event, you should get your tickets, with the ultimate goal to recruit more people. And nobody understands that. Or let's not generalize, most people don't understand that, and not because they're haters or because they're old. It was just bad marketing. You didn't really hit the nail on the head there, sorry. Most people didn't understand the play on words. It was not very fitting, it was a bad judgment, and apparently the event they tried to advertise with this also was not a success. Maybe because most people didn't even understand what they wanted to advertise. Now, Isabellas made a video about the event they wanted to advertise here, and I will link her video down below. And she has some really cool thoughts on this, and she's super entertaining, so I would encourage you to go and watch this video as well. They also did some videos trying to promote this same visual, similar style. Please go and check out Isabellas' video on this. That the event wasn't successful whatsoever. Apparently only very few people who were not already a part of IGenius joined that event, and not the outside people that you need to recruit for an MLM to function. So that was a fail on all levels. Marketing, compliance, and the event itself also apparently didn't perform that well. And in addition to that, it also looks to me that it was financially not very successful for these 4 women in the picture, because just imagine the amount of money you have to pay to make this happen. They also hired a videographer. There's also a video attached to this where they arrive with a luxury car, they get out of the car, they carry the money back into the laundromat. So you had to rent the luxury car, you had to hire a videographer, maybe security because it looks like they're filming at night to keep people off. Maybe they had to rent out the space for a certain period of time. How about the matching clothing? How about hair and makeup? You for sure had to invest in some products. Maybe you had a hairstylist or a makeup stylist. You had to spend so much money. And maybe that is one of the reasons that so many of these people in IGenius and in WFABB specifically specifically have already moved on. I joined IGenius about a year ago, and Danielle and Marie, one of the ladies in this picture, has already moved on to another MLM, so have other people within the WFABB organization within IGenius. If you have to spend so much money to keep up this facade, to do misleading advertisement, and you don't get a lot out of this, if you don't make money because you're selling a shitty opportunity, it is clear that people will leave, and rightfully so. I only wish they wouldn't flock to another MLM, they wouldn't go to another MLM trying to recruit their downline, trying to get their downline over there as well. But it makes sense. If you're not able to make money, but you have to spend so much, that is a financial disaster. I already spoke about the compliance aspect, how ill-fitting it is to connect potential money laundering to you promoting a financial literacy company, and a definitely sketchy MLM with this. But besides that, just the tone and the entitlement of the people, of the last person specifically, is mind-baffling to me. I mean, that doesn't really encourage me to sign up under you and to make business with you if you cannot even own up to you making a mistake. And I mean, potentially they might even have gotten in trouble with IGenius. I don't know. But as a company that you're connected to, I would be at their door like, hello, excuse me, could you take that post down? This really doesn't make us look good in any way, shape, or form. The entitlement and the type of feedback you give to people who are critical of you, who like you, who might even be your followers, is not a good sign. That is not a person I would want to make business with. Now, the second fail is from the leader of WFABB, the one that is left. We will take a look at her Instagram, where she tries to tell us how successful she is, how successful her team is, why everyone is winning there, and why haters don't bother her. So many messages, I'm overwhelmed with all the love. A lot of you are asking lots of questions. I'll be getting back to everyone by tomorrow night. WFABB will be beginning a new journey. Keep watching. I will be super active on social media starting Monday to show everyone the type of success that's about to come out of WFABB. Skill sets is a powerful thing, my friends, and if there's anything that I've learned as an entrepreneur, you're not an entrepreneur. Once you have the skill sets of a successful person, there's no way you can lose. Let my success empower you. Let my success give you hope. Let my success inspire you, and to my haters, let my success piss you off even more. If there's anything that you know about me, whether you love me or hate me, you know that the people around me succeed. It's contagious. There's nothing more rewarding than killing them with success stories. No reaction, just results. To me, this sounds like a repeat from Monate. WFABB was in Monate before they joined IGenius, and there we heard the same stories over and over again, that everybody is so successful, and they're making so many six-figure income earners, and they were also portraying this lifestyle, but then it turns out, no, WFABB as a group wasn't doing that fly. There were some people, very, very few people at the top of the company, of the organization, that were doing good money, and the rest of the people weren't doing that well. And that is why Jasmine jumped on a team call, and she tried to get a lot of people from her team over to IGenius. By the time that had already been leaked, and apparently she wasn't as successful, but that sounds like a repeat to me. But it was false back then, when it was outed that the majority of people in Monate, in WFABB, when they were in Monate, weren't making much money. And the same seems to be true here. They really tried, but when they've personally witnessed a team of powerful women create massive success stories, it's like history is repeating itself, but extend it this time. Yeah, it is like history repeating itself, but not in a good way. So she's showing on her social media that she has so many responses. Responses don't equal signups, don't equal recruitment, don't equal sales. Now, I will be jumping through some of these because some are not that interesting, but let's pay attention to her verbiage on how successful the team is. I want you all to pay close attention to me and all my girls in the next 60 to 90 days. Dollar bag emoji, 6 figures in 60. Yeah, you wish. WFABB don't need more press. Cannot play the audio here, but they're pretty much just yelling at you in a car, and they don't need any public attention, which is not true. And also they're driving, of course.
All right, guys, we got the Diamond Executive Gifts right in here. Diamond Executive Gifts. Guys, Diamond Executive is a full-time income in this business. It is our core leadership rank, so it is super important. I am so excited to give this to the girls, and then we have our Platinum Executive Gifts right here for tomorrow.
Let me just say that first and foremost, I find it sketchy when you have to say we're doing so well. Everybody is doing really, really well here. If you have to stress this, if you have to point this out, there's something wrong. I would argue if you have a job, if you have something that is supposed to be your job or a side hustle, I would expect you to get paid. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing this. The next part is about her setting up certain events for the WFABB ladies, giving shout outs and giving presents to the people who have hit a certain rank. Let's take a look at this.
Look at this, guys. So amazing.
You're ready for it, girl. You're ready for it. I knew you were.
That's the movement. We are ready to eat now and just be in the present moment and have a good time. Diamond Executive Gifts. These ones are special. And the Platinum Executive Gifts. Special as well. I can't wait till you guys see what's in all of these.
Whatever. Every rank is the most important rank, okay? You guys worked hard to get to these ranks, and I feel like without having that belief, it is really hard to get to the higher ranks. So that's why we celebrate each and every single rank like as if you just made $1 million. So with that being said, I got some gifts for Platinum Executives, for Diamond Executives.
We will continue in just a second. What do these prizes look like to you? I'm back at the laundromat and I'm back at the dirty, you know? This is how you show people that you're grateful for their work and for their achievements. Yikes.
Wow.
2021 when you hit Diamond Executive.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh, so pretty.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Jess. Love you.
This looks super expensive. The branding, you have those huge letters in your living room saying WFABB. Broches, I think they're not that pricey. You can get them on Amazon for very little money. But to set up an event like this, to get somebody to cook for you, to get your quote-unquote leaders together, sit together with them at a team event, at a dinner event, to give them those recognition awards. Then you also have the Louis Vuitton coin card holders or just the card holders. They're around $300 the piece. All of that adds up. That is really, really expensive. It looks like it's really pricey to be a part of IGenius and WFABB specifically, not just setting up, if you're a leader, not just the recognition money, setting up all of these events. But it is so pricey just to join IGenius. $1,500 is their priciest package, and that is the one that they're always pushing. So let's say you sign up with $1,500. In that case, you sign up at a tier where you can use an AI that is supposed to automatically trade for you, but you have to invest at least $1,000 to be allowed to use this. $2,500 just for starters. Then $174 every single month to be active. Then you have to do these recognition things. You might need to travel there. You have to dress the part. You have to participate in the photo shoots. If you're a leader and you might make some money, you still have to spend a lot of money. Setting all of that up is pricey. No wonder that people are running away from IGenius and from WFABB yet again. That is such an expensive lifestyle, and if the MLM doesn't pay you in return because you're not able to recruit enough people, you will lose so much money so quickly. And that's also what I gathered from the last MLM Top Fails when I reacted to Sabrina, who was speaking about WFABB. You will lose so much money so quickly when you join IGenius. And speaking of the recognition, you do only see the same people over and over again who get recognition at these lavish dinner parties with a personal chef, the prices, the gifts. It is not that a lot of people get rewarded. It is the same people over and over again. I don't think that, at least I didn't find it, that there is an income disclosure statement from IGenius. But just the fact that they have to reward the same people and no new people, that tells me that IGenius is just like any other MLM, and only the people at the tippity top of the compensation plan make money, the people at the bottom lose money. And with IGenius, with all of these expenses, you probably lose money so much faster. That is sad to see. But let's continue what else she has on her social media for us. I don't know if you recognize that, but that is the Airbnb they rented out to shoot their reality show with the abysmal audio. That adds to the prices even more. Pricey, pricey, pricey. Everything seems pricey. Everything screams pricey for me. And what would be an MLM pitch or an MLM highlights reel without faith manipulation? There's one thing I know for sure, and I'm not a very Christian person. I was born in a predominantly Christian country. I was baptized as a child. I was in the church for a lot of years. And I'm quite knowledgeable about Christianity, what I learned at school and what I also learned myself. But just to be very clear, I'm not a super religious person. But there is one thing I know for sure, and that is that God doesn't want you to join a scammy business model, which is true for MLMs, which is true for IGenius. Doesn't matter if you're able to make money in this business or not. if you're being scammed or if you have to scam others. That is something I can guarantee you what my interpretation of God is. My interpretation of God doesn't want you to get scammed, and my interpretation of God doesn't want you to scam other people as well. I will stop this reels now because she's just going to some weird and cringy events, dancing around, being all dressed up. I mean, visually, these women look super attractive, but once again, it is so pricey if you have to travel, if you have to attend these events, and if you have to dress up like this. Goo. The content I showed you so far is the facade and what the WFABB ladies want to put out, but let's take a look behind the scenes. Anti-MLM Boss Babe a while ago had this post, and I thought it was really interesting because it is truly exposing WFABB that they're not doing as well as they claim. Anti-MLM Boss Babe says, these are stories from an ex-member of WFABB who was an IGenius with them up until recently. The leaders aren't making any money according to this ex-downline. She was at the GoPro stage promoting this. And then she shows on her Instagram, which is an anti-MLM Instagram account, one of the former IGenius members who I think now is with another MLM, so of course take this with a grain of salt. She pretty much says that there's so much fakeness and so much pretense when you are in WFABB. The things I just said, the pricey lifestyle, but you don't make a lot of money in return, that is why she left. She wasn't able to make a lot of money in WFABB, in IGenius, and now she's in another MLM where she claims she's making a good amount of money. I would take everything an MLMer says with a grain of salt, specifically when it is connected to their financial status, because they have to be successful. They have to live this amazing lifestyle to be interesting and to be enticing to other people. Let's read the caption. These are stories from an ex-member of WFABB who was an IGenius with them until recently. The leaders aren't making any money, according to this ex-downline. She was at the GoPro stage promoting this company, knowing she was on her way to losing 10K. Think about that. Now she's with Kilani and making income claims by posting her checks, commission to prove a point. And what's alleged to be Jasmine slides into this ex-member's DMs to call her a liar and go on a post-cryptic voiceover about rats and snitches. The thing about rats and snitches, Jasmine, they wanted rat you out if there wasn't anything to rat on. They wouldn't want to rat you out, I think she wants to say. We knew WFABB were frauds, but here is it from their own. That sounds very concerning, to lose $10,000 in such a short amount of time, but I'm not surprised about it. I presented to you also the starter fee you have to pay to sign up, and that they're advising you to sign up with the priciest one. I don't have any doubt that within half a year or a year, you would be 10K in debt. Be very careful when you join any MLM, but I have a feeling that with IGenius, it is even worse because it is so pricey. Let's take a look at a couple of other posts from former members and current members who want to tell us that IGenius is or was such a great opportunity because everybody on their team got paid. This person literally had a paid team tab on her Instagram highlights, proving, showing that all of the ladies were making so much money and that there's regular payday. And look, another message popped up that money was wired to you. How cringy is that? This continues for a good bit. And that's not cringy at all. Okay, so Shake Pay seems to be the service that IGenius uses to pay their reps. And I've said it before, if you are in an MLM, something that is supposed to be your job, I would expect you to get paid. If something is supposed to be your job or your side hustle, you shouldn't be doing this for free. Just the very fact, though, that they have to post this on their social media, in their highlights, as proof, look at us, we're getting paid, is sketchy. You would never see me or most people who have a regular job do this. I live in Germany and I get paid once a month. Towards the end of the month, I get my entire salary and it's being wired to my bank account. You don't see me at the end of the month jump on my social media, say, it is payday, thanks to my job I can now go to a lounge or to a bar and have an espresso martini. You wouldn't see other people jumping on their social media saying, it was payday, my totally legitimate job just paid me. Ugh, weird. And it's getting better. Let's take a look at 2 more posts and then I will wrap this up. So this is one of the self-proclaimed leaders in IGenius. She was in IGenius and she was in WFABB. She has left now. Lavish by Alicia. That's the Alicia Marie lady who has a business on the side. So she's doing lashes. She says she's now offering small semi-permanent tattoos. She displayed nails. I'm not sure if she offers a nail service as well, but that is her business. This will continue. Let's move on to the next one. I lied. I thought I had another one, but no, this is somebody who claims that they were a top leader in IGenius, in WFABB, but they actually had a job. They had a lash business, or they have a lash business, and that is how they make their money and how they finance their lifestyle. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. You have an actual job, congratulations, I'm proud of you. But don't jump on your social media, pretend that you're doing so well in an MLM when you have to do this to finance your life. This is also probably the reason why she left IGenius. And once again, good for her. I think you shouldn't stay in a job or in a job opportunity that ultimately doesn't make you money, where you lose money. But the facade and the lies and the deceptiveness is really, really bad. Don't pretend you're balling because your MLM pays your life, your lifestyle, and you're doing so well, when in reality, you have a lash business, a semi-permanent tattoo business that finance your life. I thought it was a good idea to do a WFABB or IGenius Top Fails, and I hope you enjoyed that as well. This just supports my claim that WFABB, IGenius, and all MLMs suck. I'm sorry, this is not a personal attack to anyone in WFABB. I don't know them as persons. I don't know how they are in private when they're not trying to pitch you something. The way you approach this business, the way you try to recruit people is abysmal in my opinion. I thought this was interesting though. I thought this was fun. And I have so much stuff concerning Monat that I might do the next Top Fails video with Monat stuff only. I think it can be fun to have these thematical top fails. I do hope that you liked this video. If you did, please comment down below, consider subscribing, giving this video a thumbs up, and until then, I will say tschüss and see you in my next video.